to remove.
You know, I
think
have
that
to
would
see,
work?
I have to see, I know
There were some changes made.
there were changes made
Yeah.
as far as how to handle absentees.
Yeah.
Yep, for attendance for the committee meetings.
Okay.
And I have to tell you, I don't recall what they are. So I'm gonna ask Kyle about it.
I don't know about it.
Yeah, Nancy, do you know what the rules are? The new rules?
And I hate them. They used to be that if you miss 3 meetings in a row, right?
Breaks are out.
You were automatically out.
Yeah.
And I had one, that I couldn't wait for that third meeting. And then they changed the rules.
Yes.
And it's pretty much nothing. They can miss whatever.
In and
they
out.
want.
Yeah, but
No,
what's the
it's-
process? What's the
no,
process now? Do you know,
There
what's
is
the
none.
process
So,
under the new rules?
yeah, so the thing was that staff would remove them.
Yeah.
After 3, but that became an issue because then we always have committee members saying, no, it was excused, it was a whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So then it was updated and now there really isn't anything related to attendance other than you guys are more than welcome to make the council member aware that appointed that person. And at the end of the day, it is up to that council member to
Yeah, right.
remove.
So that's the only
Replace or-
process. They're the only ones who can remove.
Yes.
We can keep on failing and make
Even,
four
I
of
will
them.
tell you, another thing that happened with that rule was, okay, we would remove people because they were absent 3 times. And that person would go in back to council member and council member would pre-appoint them. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's still up to council members to
All
appoint.
right. Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna say it, guys. I've been around a long time. And I think pretty much this whole thing about rules and who shows up and who appoints who to be where, it's all about the vote. And I think as council, as committee chairs and people in this room, myself included, I think there's enough of us to stand up and go before the council and say something about it, because if we don't have quorum, we don't have quorum, what the heck are we all doing here? And if people don't care enough, then get off and let other people on. I think we need to speak up. We're the ones who vote. And I'm angry, not at you, I'm angry over this situation, because I've been there and done that in the past 4 years.
No, I think every committee's had this issue.
Yeah. Now let's
Especially the
It's as
more,
bad as mine.
and then the
don't
more
say.
popular the committee or the fewer members the committee has. If one person is missing, and it's a 5-person committee or a 3-person committee, you don't have to. If it's a big committee like this one and they're missing, they still are missing more than half. And because it is a special call, we don't have more.
Good people get mad and then
Yeah.
If I may, I don't mean to interrupt this, but I think today we need to focus on a couple of
Yeah,
pressing
we have
matters.
another meeting coming up.
Yes.
Yeah. We
Okay,
can, actually, Larry asked me to talk to you about, obviously working on scheduling another meeting, because you guys need to select the grand marshal.
yes.
So
It's my
yes.
meeting and it wasn't me.
we talked, the Gonzalez family was here with me yesterday till late night, and we were discussing some logistics related to the grid. So, I may
Go ahead.
just jump right into it. Kathy over here is gonna be leading the efforts with the student volunteers. We have 30 of them signed up. So she's gonna be the adult leading that effort, because, so
How many volunteers, 30?
30.
So I should bring food for about 40 or 45? Remember?
So in terms of food,
For
we
the
had
morning,
talked
for the
about
morning.
Vicky Bakery, right?
Yes.
She already confirmed. I'm letting her know for about 100 pastries, mini pastries for about 100, because it includes the committee, it includes the students, it includes you guys. So better to have more than less, and then I'm gonna ask her for coffee about 50. I know not everybody drinks coffee, it's
You
hot.
asked Amy, right?
Sorry?
Asked to Amy, right? You talked to Amy on Big Baby?
Yes, she already confirmed. The only request she asked was to remind her next week, which I'll have Jonathan do that. And that kind of leads me to a bunch of tasks that I need the committee to assist with, but I'll get to that now. I wanted to walk you guys through, I spoke to police based on what we talked about yesterday. They had another idea, so I'm gonna walk you through it. I want to make everybody aware that that Chase building that we normally use for registration,
Right.
we cannot set up there this year.
Okay.
As a reminder, we've been setting up with nobody's approval. We've kind of just been doing it because whatever the building
Yes,
wasn't being
yeah.
used, but now
We
there's
couldn't
an
find out
urgent.
who owned the building.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now there's an urgent care center there. We
Okay.
cannot block the business. 67th Ave will obviously be closed off, but they will have access to in and out through Bowen Road. police will be stationed at Meadow Lane and Bull Run in that corner. And in Bull Run Road, we've historically used as lineup for the big vehicles such as the float, some of the bigger military vehicles. Police asked that we continue to do that. What they're gonna do to assist us is have police officers there that are gonna be strict about making sure one lane is for our lineup and the other lane is for back and forth traffic. They think it's gonna be fine because they're gonna have bodies on the ground helping direct. From what he explained to me, they kind of already do that. It just kind of gets a little messier because we're a little more flexible with it because not a lot of traffic coming in and out of there. But this, he'll make sure that they're strict about, okay, lineup is only gonna be used in one lane. Yeah,
The Bull Run is not.
it's tight, but he says what they do is they communicate that he has an officer at the entrance of that building and one in Meadow Lane telling him, hey, we have a car going into the urgent care or into the apartment. They'll do it for the apartments too, apparently. And that they talk to each other and they have the car turn on the blinkers so that they know that they're getting through. And the sergeant feels confident that that's gonna work, so we're gonna leave it at that. He, specifically because I'm not gonna be there, he doesn't want any change to not throw off.
But
So
we'll try to not line up any large vehicles there.
we can still use 67th Ave as we normally do to line up some vehicles as well.
Yeah.
I would probably urge you guys to put the float there because the float
Right.
seems like crazy big, so we should just do it on 67th Ave. Historically, we don't close that street off till 10 AM. So our ask was, can we close it off earlier? The sergeant, kind of agreed with me that what we could do is use one lane to line up. And you leave the other one for traffic, and they will have bodies there to kind of help people, okay, you're getting around to go through, because I guess they want to avoid as much as possible, like, interfering with normal traffic until they really have to. So he assured me that it should be fine because he's gonna have like 3 officers in just that area to
Are
help
they
us.
gonna be able to close it all the way to my Lakeway?
No,
That, 67th Avenue?
oh, okay, so that's what I mean, he's not gonna close it off, he's gonna do a soft close starting at 9:30, which is 30 minutes earlier than we normally do. And he's just gonna help people that are gonna line up for the parade, like line up along the side. But one lane is still gonna continue to be used, and he feels confident with it because he has men on the ground.
Okay.
It's kind of
So
what
what
he
we're
told
gonna
me.
do is, and I talked to Calvin before coming here.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is make sure that when we line up the larger vehicles, there's plenty of space.
Okay.
So that if other vehicles come outside, later that are supposed to be, closer to the front of the lineup, we can kind of like.
Snake
Fit them in there.
yes. Okay,
Yeah. So I'm glad that the
I'll
cops are gonna be there to help us.
something. Mostly because I don't know the street names around here. So I paid attention. I take Bull Run Road. And there is no sign. There was an accident. Sign was knocked down. They're not gonna get it replaced between now and the parade. So, there's perhaps one area where the sign is up and you see it. But when I drive, the way I drive through, and don't ask me the streets, there is a missing sign.
the street sign,
It's up here.
I'm sorry.
the street sign? You're saying the
That's
street sign is missing?
The Bull Run Road,
Right here.
that's where all the action's gonna
Okay.
be, and people going to, and the sign is not
I mean,
there.
I
And nobody's
can't
gonna know
do
what
anything
to
for
do.
people, that's
So
gonna be
what I'm
a,
recommending perhaps is maybe cones to direct traffic where you want them to turn or whatever. I haven't been out to that intersection in a while, so.
to be honest,
It's
we
just
give
a
people
thought.
the address of I think it's a dentistry that's here in the corner.
Yeah.
That's the address that people are given for life. If they cannot figure it out, I can't hold hands for every single participant, that is insane. Most people know, and there's a huge feather flag.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to figure it out for yourself, we
Oh,
do
I
have
see
a
the
map.
flag. Okay,
We do have a map that's put out on the website, and that map is also provided to the parade participants.
Can you give me the address that?
That we give people?
Yes, please.
It's the dentistry one.
I always tell
Will it be
them,
Lakes Orthodox?
across Wells
Or
Fargo.
some.
No,
whatever
it's
little
children's-
corner there.
I believe it's my, children's dentistry
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. But I would say, across from Wells
And I
Fargo.
believe it faces
Right.
west, right?
Main Street
And that parking
Orthodontics.
lot is the
Main
sign.
Street Orthodontics of Miami Lakes. That's 15600 Northwest 67th Avenue.
Is that it? That's it.
67th Avenue, so we're looking at the back entrance.
But I know it's that corner
In the
building
parking
that I
lot.
give the address to. So yeah, pretty much everything's gonna run the same, is kind of what he's saying.
Yeah, as long as the police are there.
Yeah,
then
yeah, that's
we'll
what
be
he
like,
told me,
okay,
yeah.
we'll just, Yeah.
So, and then, Kelvin is gonna be calling out as the group's out to start coming out on Bull Run to then turn onto 67 to start the parade. And Gabriel, I think we talked about, is going to be in the intersection, pretty much Bull Run Road and 67, as Kelvin's like the second Kelvin, calling out any groups that need to be united from 67th Ave to continue the flow of the parade.
You're emceeing, no?
Yeah, Charles is MC, Kiki's MC in Town Hall. She's leading the volunteers, and then we have Gabriel and Kelvin in that area. So that's the setup. Nancy's gonna be our registration desk, so we
Yes.
talked about. We're gonna have a student, and we're gonna have a couple of student volunteers with her. I don't know if you wanna explain the whole running of the.
yeah, we're gonna have volunteers, we're putting feather flags, color coordinated, and we're color coordinating with cards so that the participants, when we give them a card, it corresponds to the color of the card corresponds to the section where they're gonna be. So hopefully, it's foolproof. But we're gonna have student volunteers running, we'll call them runners, actually escorting them to the section where they have to be. And there's gonna be a student volunteer as a section leader there, and they're gonna collect the cards. With the names of the participants in the order of the lineup. So and then when the parade starts, these student volunteers are also gonna walk with the parade. And when they get to Charles, they'll give you the cards in the order of the lineup, so you just call them. You already have the information there, to call out the names. So, we're gonna do it in two parts, we're gonna do 2 sets of cards. Because now that I realize it, when they get to town hall, Kiki also needs to know who they are to call them out.
Okay.
So we're gonna make 2 sets of cards. Kiki's gonna be here, a couple days before the parade, so we'll actually, prepare them ahead of time, so it's easier at registration. And easier for Nancy. So, and then the cards, we're gonna ask, when they, come to check in, we're gonna ask them if they have a performance. And then we're gonna note it on the card that they have a performance to let you know that, okay, everybody has to, we're gonna stop for the performance. So we're gonna put as much information as we can on the card to help you and also to help, when the parade is leaving, if they have a vehicle that they're matching up to.
Yeah.
The group is matching up to a vehicle that may be, parked on 67th Avenue to kind of make it easier.
Something I wanna highlight on that we talked about with Kelvin. So Kelvin is calling out number 3. And let's say number 3 has cars and people walking in it. They may be separated in terms of staging, but number 3 is gonna be called out to the cars and to the people walking. If the car misses it and the people walking go in number 3, too bad, they missed their shot.
But we're gonna try to arrange it, because you.
No, we're gonna try our hardest, we're gonna
We're gonna
call
call
them out.
So when Kelvin is calling the participants of the parade to
The group,
start to
yeah.
pull out. And he knows that there's a car that's waiting to meet them. Then Nancy is gonna be on the side calling out the number of the
Yeah.
car that needs to come out as well.
So as
So
long
we're
as
gonna
people
have
are
2
paying
people.
attention,
Exactly.
it's fine, but I only wanna clear that out, cause I don't mean to stress anybody out that morning. If somebody gets missed and left behind, they missed their number,
They're at the end.
that's it, like, we're not gonna go crazy trying to figure it out last minute.
No,
They're at the end.
It happened last year,
When it
so
starts, figure 3.
that's it,
How many
everybody needs to pay
sections?
attention.
How many sections, how many groups?
We're gonna do 4 sections.
Okay, good.
And the 5th section is gonna be for the people who show
The
up,
late,
who didn't
yeah.
register.
The late.
Because,
Yeah.
and then I
The
guess
late
you're gonna
comers.
talk about how many people have
Yeah.
actually registered for the parade.
Yeah, so we have 27 registrations.
Wow.
That is low compared
Yeah.
to other years, but the reason, to me, it makes sense because we close registration a lot earlier this year. People are usually very last minute, and for the sake of us not going crazy, we agreed that we were gonna close it earlier this year so we could do the lineup. If now we are waiting to do lineup a day before, and we cannot do that. So that's what's gonna happen is a lot of groups are now gonna email us, hey, I wanna register, and we're gonna tell them, you're more than welcome to attend the parade. But you need to check in day of, and when you check in, I'm gonna give you your lineup. That's it. I'm prioritizing whoever signed up. Whoever didn't, you're more than welcome to come, but you're going towards the end. That's just
Yeah,
the reality of
like
that.
Longest, number 5.
Yeah, they're gonna be section white. All the way.
That you may
Make
have
them
to
wait.
split up anyway.
I don't
Not-
see this happening, but you gotta plan for everything. So we've got 4 specific sections where they get cards and whatever. 5th section is for any latecomers.
Right.
If those latecomers are dancing or putting on a show or whatever they're doing, are they still going to be allowed to do that as being a latecomer in the first place? Because it's probably not gonna happen, because if you're there to put on a dance, let's say, they're gonna get there early because they wanna practice. I don't see it happening, but I believe in planning for everything. At least have an answer, because if they come and ask me, I don't wanna be, I don't know.
Are you still,
It's gonna delay the ceremony and everything else.
are you still limiting the amount of time for performing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And that is,
I remember one year I had to
Two.
cut,
Do 2-minute
Like 2
max.
minutes.
I had to cut the jump ropers one year and the teacher went off on me. I'm like, dude, we have an entire parade.
I know
Can't have a
people,
10-minute
I know
gap.
people don't read, but I promise you it's part of the.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions on anything we discussed? Do it make sense?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do it make sense? Okay, I was printing the,
Yeah.
And what's the fill time for the year?
okay, so we have vehicles confirmed for Miami Lakes Auto this year.
Okay.
We confirmed 15. Out of the 15, obviously we reserved for the mayor and council.
Bye.
I have a representative Fabricio also confirmed, so we'll hold a car for him.
Yeah.
I am thinking of telling the committees to bring their own car and just bring it. To me, it doesn't make sense to have them come with their car, hop out of their car to then hop into another one and then go into break.
It depends if
Because
they
I'm
have a
not giving them-
convertible.
Sorry?
It depends if they have a convertible or not.
Well, that's what I was gonna tell you. I don't have anything special for Miami.
No,
Lakes Auto. It's just another vehicle.
No convertible. I know, I know.
So to me, it doesn't make sense. Do you hear what I mean? It doesn't make sense to have somebody hop out of a car to get into another. I think you're just-
Something like that.
You're talking about the committee members?
The committees, but you know,
We're
because the
good.
committees are part of the career. No, but I'm telling you, so we're all on the same page of what's gonna happen.
I don't think we've
So-
ever had an issue before.
No.
Because I know we normally.
Okay.
give them
Who?
to the committee
Okay,
members.
yeah.
The full, the Jeeps also carried the committee members.
Okay.
Which committee is talking?
Committees.
Oh, every committee?
Like elderly affairs, coach,
Oh, I don't know, I never got a car.
We usually got a freebie, I usually got a freebie. for
The car-
Yeah,
Club
but
this
there's
year?
no, because the golf cart freebie is gone.
And,
All right,
and
so
not reading. of
back to
the,
my initial question, what time do you need vehicles to show up? And the reason why I'm asking is the Marine Corps unit near here is gonna give us a Humvee and a 5-ton.
I'm telling everyone to be there by 8 AM.
Okay. And they did let the sergeant know.
Because telling them 8
included?
AM means maybe they'll be there by 8:45.
Right.
Me included for the table.
No, you need to be there earlier.
and
What
no
time?
reading.
7:30. Sorry?
No
Tell me
reading of
7.
this.
Is Omar gonna be
Whatever,
setting up the
because
signs on the street again?
Zonta what? What about them?
As I'm read to be dressed.
Okay, yes. So I think I had, the Zonta Club requested that they wanted their bio read. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. I don't think it's a good idea to be adding bios.
No.
Because if you do it for one group, you're gonna do it for all.
Yeah.
But if you guys wanna include that,
There's no time.
that's
There's no time.
for you guys to.
I'm not sure, I mean, I read the email. And it seemed like they just wanted to give me their bio so I can read it, so I know who they are. You know, but I know who they are.
I understood it as like announcing them at the main stage.
We'll just announce when they drive by.
I told them that I would put in the request with you guys, but that we normally don't do.
There's no time.
Alright.
There's no time.
Okay, but I wanted to, inform you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we already made that decision. Then-
So after you wanna talk about the water?
Oh, water. Okay, so I have a couple of tasks that I need Veterans Committee members to help me with. I understand that you guys are very much a part of the parade once it starts, so these are tasks that I need.
Blank form. Can you give us a blank form?
You guys. Um. As if the person that submitted this didn't tell you guys who they were gonna.
Yeah, to the second person.
You're on water.
So tasking, tasks that I need you guys to assist me with, I'm gonna try to keep it to tasks that happen before 9:30 AM. So that then you guys just quickly go to your flow and that's it, you're done. So,
Oh, no, she printed out the form that they're supposed to fill out.
Yeah.
There's no information on here at all. And there's two nominees. It's a blank.
No.
okay, I'm gonna email this to you guys, cause I can't do this right now, so
Okay.
anyways, we can't vote, I'm gonna send you guys home.
Right.
Can't you just tell us?
No, we already, we gotta be.
No, I can't tell you guys.
Oh,
It's a whole paragraph that I need you guys to read. But I'd rather that than me having me on. Okay.
Can you send us a copy also?
I'll
Who's
send you guys an
registered-
email.
Who's registered so far? So that we know.
Yeah,
who's
whatever.
registered.
Right, go ahead with water.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
water,
Lily.
water.
6:30 AM,
Finish water.
start, this is part of it. 6:30 AM, I need to, I'm walking you through it. Start roping off staging areas into groups. I know Omar and Kelvin does that, but I wanna make you guys aware. 7 AM, I need various committee members to move water from town hall to staging area, to water station, and to water station. So it needs to go, the water needs to go to 3 areas.
Okay.
If any of you have trucks,
Mhm.
those are the ones that I would greatly appreciate your help. We have 2 pallets worth. I do not expect you to move everything. We'll leave some of them here, obviously, for the
But
luncheon.
there-
But that's why I need bodies to get this done quickly. Otherwise, it's a lot of work on one person. So the water is here. Janitorial will let you into the closet to get the water. I need you guys to move it to the staging area, to make sure that the students, the kids that are waiting there since 8 AM have water, because it's hot. And then there's gonna be 2 water station areas, which I will leave you a map of. Where they're gonna be so that the kids, we're gonna have volunteers that are giving out water as the parade participants are walking by, and that will also serve as, what is it like, as a,
To kind of like, keep the parade.
keep the pace.
Keep the pace and minimize gaps.
Yeah, so that's a double thing. I need you guys to get that done at 7 AM. I need somebody else to pick up volunteer pastries and coffee from Vicky Bakery at 7 in the morning and bring it to that check.
You're doing that.
Sorry?
Pedro's doing it.
I do it. I'll pick it up around 7.
Okay.
7:15.
That's fine.
Not be there at 7:30.
Okay.
Just in case.
And then I need another volunteer to set up, so we have really big American flags that we've put now 67 out. They just kind of look nice. If I can have somebody do that, I don't want the kids to do it because it's in the middle of the street and I don't need a kid getting hit by a car. So
Who's done it in the past?
me, Jacob and Jonathan.
Why isn't the town parks and recreation folks assist or anybody else?
Well, it's a communications thing,
Those are
and
not-
I'm not gonna be here, so I need the committee to.
Those are not the ones that. are
If
on
we
the
don't
phone.
have anyone, we won't put them up, but I think we'd prefer to put them up because, I mean, they just look nice.
Right, those are the ones that are on the poles, right?
No, those are the ones that are on 67th Ave,
Okay.
like in the median,
Right.
between north
Oh,
and
okay,
south.
okay.
That's something, we started last year. If I have somebody that,
I'm
can-
always on, never saw that, so.
you know what, I can have,
57th Ave.
Yeah, and the medium.
I'm
on
gonna
the
have
grass.
Noah, who's the new staffer, help us with that one. But I do need you guys to take care of the water piece.
So if you
The
have a
truck
truck,
has the
is
one.
one truck enough?
No, I'll be there too.
So both bills. I need a third.
I don't
Three
mind,
trucks.
I don't mind.
I think you should leave those
Like,
empty
the
until you
truck-
have a meeting with more members.
But I don't wanna leave this, like, I need to make sure that this gets done.
Well, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Since the meeting obviously is not gonna happen today to pick the grand marshal, when is it gonna happen?
Bill and I need to work that out,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be obviously before the parade,
of course.
and you still have to order the signage and all that to be
Sure hope
made.
so.
So
Yeah.
the signage still needs to be ordered and all that. So I think
We
if you have quorum at that meeting, you have more people that can volunteer.
Yeah, but if I have anybody that's confirming now, I'm already putting you down. So I guess I'm missing 1% for water, so we'll figure it out that meeting. I need somebody, so that, I think you guys will be done with that in 40 minutes. I don't think it's gonna take your entire morning. I need a committee member to receive the grand marshal, because this happened last year. I need somebody to receive the grand marshal and get them situated in their vehicle, like make sure that the grand marshal knows where they're going. Do I have any volunteers?
I can do that.
Okay, because you don't have to be at your station till like 9:50.
Right, yeah. I can, where you want me to bring the pastelitos and those stuff.
To the check-in area. We'll have an extra table.
In the check-in area.
Is now
this year,
there.
But use the old, the
It's
old.
still gonna be in the
check-in
same area, like maybe just right across, but it's still gonna be in the same
Okay,
area. We
so
just
same
can't,
intersection.
we just can't take up the entrance of the
Got
Chase
it.
building.
Really?
Gary and Larry,
So we used to set up at the drive-through.
yeah, the drive-through will still be fine because we're not affecting the flow of traffic.
Right,
there.
that's
But
what
we
we-
cannot be in the
Yeah, I'm
entrance.
just.
That's all. You know what I mean? On the side, on the entrance, where we cannot be.
Yeah.
Right
Right around the corner. Yeah.
No, like right next
It's
to it.
going much.
There's like,
it-
there's actual entrance from Bull Run Road.
But I
Oh, I'll be walking around
Sunday.
right before the fire.
They're gonna be open on Sunday. They're in urgent care.
Yeah.
So that's a new thing that we're dealing with.
Mhm.
I have Gary and Larry down because you guys confirmed via email that you're gonna receive the mascots, right?
Mhm.
You're gonna help me receive the mascots. I'm giving them the address of where they're going.
Right.
So I need you to receive them, like make sure, okay, the Panther mascot got here, Billy the Marlin got here. And I need you guys to walk them over to the staging area.
And I can offer volunteers to help, like
Yeah.
handlers to help and volunteers to stay in the space in the dressing room. To watch over whatever, stuff that they need.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they
Yeah,
asked
well-
us to do that.
They'll be locked anyway.
Yeah.
Because once they.
But
get
I'm gonna
dressed,
have the students stay there, even if it's locked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
Uh,
one gotta stay in. Because I think he has an exit through the back.
Yeah, there's an exit.
Yeah.
Someone had mentioned at one of the last meetings, I believe, that they were gonna confirm the same national anthem singer that you guys used for something else. I haven't heard of anything. I'm happy to reach out to someone if that's the case, but I don't wanna overstep and I don't wanna, duplicate efforts if it's
I think that was
already.
probably, was that Larry? And I know he's in a family emergency, so I don't know
I
how
know,
long he's
yeah.
gonna be tied up.
Keep
for that.
on.
So, yeah,
I
please
don't-
reach out.
What about the girl that did the public safety committee?
Yeah, that's who I'm gonna reach out to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and I know
You
that.
always have Gabriella singing the national anthem. I did that to her,
that was
No,
nice.
yeah.
did that to her at the mental health task force.
Mm.
He sings at
If you
church.
get
He
back,
did a
I
great
think
job.
Golden Band practices the national anthem.
Yeah, that's the one for 9/11.
Okay.
Right.
So
next
I'll
to-
check on that. If I confirm it, I'll deal with that later, but I'm gonna need somebody to be in charge of like guiding that person to the, putting them in their spot, making sure they're good to. At 1 PM, so this is after luncheon is over. I need somebody to oversee the list of materials that I'm gonna leave you that need to be returned to town hall. Any takers?
What is the list
Hi.
of materials that you be returned to
I'm
town?
gonna give you guys a list, but it's everything that's being used. For example, the bullhorn that's gonna be used, the feather flag need to be bringing down, the American flags need to
They're
be
gonna need to pick up
everything.
So they're gonna need to be running around,
Those
chasing
flags are
everybody down.
Huh?
They're gonna have to run around and chase folks down.
You don't have to chase people down. You have to just grab this. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna give you everybody's cell phone, but yes.
So like
Why
the
don't
stuff
they
from the
come back
staging
to-
area,
It's just stuff that we're using in the
the
station.
stuff from the staging area can just be put in a truck and be ready to come over here. So.
But I need somebody to sit down and account for the list. Like, I need somebody to be
The
responsible.
last person
Well,
to be
can I do
staging
that?
area, please.
I
Bring
do
the-
that since I'm doing registration for them coming in. Why don't I hang out at a table and check everything
So
out?
everything needs to be,
When the
yeah, you're
athletes-
checking it back in
And
and
now-
bringing it to town hall.
Now, it's 6 o'clock in the evening and certain things are missing. What am I supposed to do?
Make a note of it. I mean, I don't expect you to like go crazy over it, but I do want things to be, overseen, because these are things that we use for the next
Okay, so
event.
the
again.
things that you give out to Joe Blow. If we have a list with who took it, then we know who to go back to retrieve it.
Well,
or
certain
no?
things are not people. For example, the flags on 67th Ave, nobody's gonna have them. You just have to go and grab them.
I do?
That's why I'm saying
Uh-oh.
whoever is gonna oversee this
I can
list.
Well,
I can
I'll
help
take,
you.
I'll handle the intake.
Okay, so
and
Nancy and Monique.
You can run
Okay.
around.
We'll-
checking
I'll-
At the-
that.
We'll help as well.
I'll
I
bring-
just can't leave the kids alone because it's in the middle of the street.
Yeah, no, not the volunteers. I'm talking about
Okay,
Kelvin
so
and
we're-
the rest
If
of
you
my
guys-
family.
It doesn't matter. I just don't want to.
I'll wait till we.
Sorry, you
the
have a
rain
flag
in my truck, grab the,
Cultural Affairs Committee isn't involved in the parade.
come down the right route, and grab the.
There's
All the
between Veterans Committee, Cultural Affairs and Public Safety every year.
Yeah, so public safety, Nancy's always remained
Right.
involved in the, in that, and cultural, the event was actually taken over by the veterans.
Oh, I
committee
know.
from cultural.
Yeah, no, I know that very well. I was there when it happened.
Well,
But
public safety has a meeting right after this one, and
I
I'm
already
bringing it up
asked
to
him
my
and nobody
guys.
responded. I'm just saying,
Okay,
And the thing with-
It was a collaborative effort, like with volunteers from all three committees in the past.
Mhm.
no,
I'm
not
happy to
the
ask them.
committee Either.
because we do need volunteers, like in terms of adult volunteers, so I'm happy to ask them.
Yeah.
I just know that as of right now, it's the Veterans Committee is the one that's really involved in the efforts of the parade, at least in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I will say that also, it's another thing. The committees are also lining up their cars doing the same thing, which is kind of what limits me with people. Like the ones that would volunteer are also part of the parade.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kathy's overseeing the volunteers. Charles is MC for main stage. Kiki's the MC for the town hall, the side area here. Kelvin's gonna be directing the groups out of staging area, and so is Gabriel. And that's what I have.
What about the flag?
The mini flags.
The
No.
flag?
No
Don't
other Christians to
present-
the Grand Marshal.
don't present to
I already
me.
ordered it.
Okay,
It's already here.
let me know.
I
when you
just need
get-
to order the nameplate, but depending on how
You can
late
do
we
that.
order,
Oh, no,
we
yeah.
confirm the Grand Marshal, I may not be able to order one.
And the
I,
magnet for the
yeah.
park.
I talked to American, they said they'll, once you get the case, they'll fold it and put it in.
Perfect. I think now it comes folded, so I'll double check.
Okay, if it is,
Yeah.
we'll need it, okay.
Would you be able to provide us with that list of duties?
Yes,
So that if I'm wondering, oh, by the way,
Yeah,
somebody
this is
just asked
good.
who's doing such and such, it would be helpful for us to
Send
have a
us-
copy.
send us- send
Yeah.
them a-
I'm still finalizing details because I want to give it to you guys as neat as possible. But yes, I'm gonna give you like multiples of this packet that has, I
Wonderful.
think, all the information.
Thank you.
And then I have a couple of questions for you guys still. So who's gonna be providing the POW flag? You guys, somebody normally, you'll bring it?
Yeah.
Okay, so, Gary. Now for that, there's usually a car that gets driven for that, right? They put the flag over it, but if,
Mary Thomas together. Need to get it to Mary Thomas together.
to get the flag,
Yeah, they lead you, the guys. in
send
charge
me an
there is,
email and I will let janitorial know when you're going to make sure somebody's in there to let you. We just need to coordinate the janitorial.
If you wanna get in
No, no, the
advance,
guy in
they're open
charge
from
is-
7 to 7 the next 2 weeks.
You're ready to join us.
So some,
For voting.
okay, so in terms of the cars, this is what I wanted to make sure you guys understood. For the cars, because it's Miami Lakes Auto Mall, they don't have drivers. And usually the ones that use those cars are the elected officials, because I do plan on just telling the committees to bring their own. The elected officials, the idea is that somebody drives them. If you guys have any ideas on how we can find adult responsible drivers, and I can't rely on the committees, because again, they're gonna
We
be a part
used
of
to
the
have
thing.
the church was provided some.
Somebody said that yesterday, so I sent a
Oh.
message and he said he sent it and nobody responded. So I don't know what to,
Hope, I think Hope is the one that did it.
the Hope United, the
Hope
Methodist
ID.
Church, because the church we asked was Elevate.
Elevate.
You guys want to ask?
No, I never did, because, but I think Fred might know it.
You want me to ask Elevate? I always keep bringing it up, but I don't know if he's still the best with it there. I
Oh,
understand that.
now-
Whoever's in, just
No.
have them email me, so that I know.
Giaco is his last.
I thought it was the Jeep Club that brought their
They used
vehicles,
to-
and they usually drive their own vehicles.
Yeah, but we were using the Jeep pull-up group because Fred normally didn't,
Have enough.
over the last, had no inventory, but now he has inventory. 3 years ago, we were still using Miami Lakes Auto Mall solely for the
Correct.
cars.
Okay,
And the way we did it that year was that whatever committees were using the cars, they had to go pick it up.
Yes.
Like we weren't providing drivers from. I don't remember what happened with elected officials.
Why don't you ask the elected officials?
Maybe a spouse or
Find somebody
something.
to drive their.
Well, that's gonna be the backup. If I don't have drivers, that's what has to happen.
Usually.
I mean,
usually
they-
But I'm picking your brains in case.
Well, I mean, they can provide their own drivers.
Well, they got a mother, they've got a wife.
Well, in the
Yeah,
past, Omar
exactly.
would start lining up like all his friends, calling all his friends. That's why yesterday I was
That's why
like,
you had
text so-and-so,
people.
text so-and-so, but then people started.
Trust me,
the-
I mean, they're gonna find somebody who wants to be in the parade and drive the
with
vehicle.
them.
Yeah, that's the thing that happened, that they would then bring their own people and then Omar had to send his guys
Yeah.
home.
So I would ask the
That
council
makes it
members.
simple,
But
Yeah.
they have to go and pick up.
I do think
Yeah.
it's more simple that way.
And take it back.
Let's
That
go with
and
the
I'm sure
simple,
they'll have friends
let's
and
go with the
family
simple
members
plan.
who
It's for them, so they.
People with the wife
And
and
someone
all
has
the
to collect the
brothers,
keys.
friend.
Well, it would be them. I already talked to Omar, and Kelvin yesterday in terms of the staging of the cars, because Miami Lakes Automall told me that they would give me the cars like Friday and they would stage them here in Town Hall.
Yeah, I read that.
So. Omar and Kelvin said that they actually prefer to come in earlier Sunday and move the cars themselves. Because like that, they line them up where they already want them,
Oh, okay.
rather than having an elected official get there late and then having to like make their way. Like that, the elected official gets there, whatever, 9:30, but the car's already there ready for them in the staging
But
area.
are they
Tell
gonna do
tell
it
the
alone?
elected official they have to provide their own driver.
15 cars.
And if they have a problem, they can talk to me. All of them know me. They'll know I don't care.
Well, no, the idea was that if that was gonna be the case, I'd rather tell them now that let's
Yeah.
go a week and a half out rather than 2 days before,
How-
like, hey,
how
find a
about-
driver.
How about you say, you know, you wanna be in the parade? Well, unfortunately, we can't provide a driver for you.
Okay,
Can,
I just wanted to.
can a family member, you know,
They do budgetary,
butler.
yeah, they do
Yeah, no.
budgetary constraints because of you.
Yeah, the budget thing is tight.
They're
You
gonna
can't
have
fight
to
it.
pay us now, by the way.
Keep the driver.
they're not
So the-
royalty, so.
Alright.
The POW flag though, I would need a driver here. Do you guys have any idea of anybody who wants to drive it?
But don't we usually put the POW flag on our float?
Well, I think the idea is that it's a
No, they're
missing
putting a-
person,
there's a
right? It's
missing
all
person.
hidden, like it's all
They're
closed
not-
off. It's
There's
not
missing
supposed to be
person.
anybody waving out. It's supposed to be just like a flag.
Yes, that.
That's really,
Okay,
any idea?
someone to drive the vehicle that there's nobody in it except the driver and POW flag?
Mhm.
No idea. Do we have anybody from the American Legion that can do it?
Probably not.
Yeah.
When.
I guess the flag can, I mean, this is an idea. I don't know. You guys tell me if we can do this or not. We can also just have somebody walking, no? It's still the representation of the flag, no? I'm asking just for options.
For me, I really don't see, we have the flag set up on our float, correct? We have our flags, do we? Any flags in the back of our float?
No, not the POW, just the POW. We have.
We have
flags.
American Legion, we have the
Right.
service flags.
Right.
Why wouldn't we have the POW flag amongst them?
Well, that's one of them. That's one of the flags.
It's already
Yeah,
there, right?
They found.
No, but he's asking on the
On the
float.
float.
specifically.
Yeah.
We have
Instead
it.
of having it in
There,
a
it's
car,
There, it's there.
doing it on the float,
Yeah, it should be there.
so then we don't need to do it. with
Yeah,
the
we
flag.
don't need a
We have
separate
eight
car.
flags.
No, because I remember it always being on the float
Yeah.
along with the.
So I'm
service.
gonna,
Part of
put
the- part of the-
POW flag is gonna go on the float.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Seems to be the-
On the
with all the
right.
veterans, that seems to be the appropriate for that flag.
Okay. Also, just a reminder, we have golf carts this year that were requested,
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
so you
How
guys,
many we have?
One.
no. We have,
I do have one, I think I want to ask him.
Let me chill.
The guy's running too.
We have one here for sure.
Oh, I now have a vehicle.
It's spinning donuts in the corners.
so we had,
You have to take a bath and a clothes.
I did email all the golf carts, I did email whoever signed up. That, we have 14 of them signed up, by the way.
Okay,
I think, hold on.
And they're 53 registered. so.
those 50.
No, I'm sorry, it was 9. We have 9 golf carts registered. And I did email them telling them, hey, there's gonna be a contest, like the idea that you guys decorate your.
Yeah,
I did wanna ask you guys, what is the, like, who's deciding the winners and when, and what is the idea here based?
well, we have
The
trophies.
selection will be done at the
You
end
guys have
of the
trophies?
ceremony.
Oh, okay.
We have a first place, second place, third place trophy. I just had them designed.
And that'll be chosen At the end here.
I think I think when they line up, we'll decide right then
At the beginning.
at the beginning. And then, award the trophy before they even go off, and they can then ride the parade with the trophy in their hand.
So for Grand Marshal, are we thinking the same thing? We have them bring their own driver? How do you guys feel about that?
We could do that, yeah, because you know what, whoever
Their
it is.
family?
You can ask them too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they could have a family member in there, and it'll be kind of cool.
One guy in Orlando.
And then I need somebody, I know you,
The bus.
oh, we already have, Norland confirmed for the bus. Is that what you're-
not the money.
Yeah, they had already voted on it early on. You guys had voted on paying 2 buses,
Yes.
$400 each, yeah. I already received it. No, they sent it for
What they say?
420.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they're working on more of the GROTCs. What else? Are we going, so in terms of the Grand Marshal ceremony, we already have handyman janitorial helps us that morning, set out the chairs. If we need a student, we'll pull a student to help just put out chairs. So that's taken care of. The catering invoice I already received from Sergio, so that's gonna get paid out. And that's gonna be.
150 meals. Be delivered at 11:30, correct?
Mhm, correct.
Well, I hope we have 150 people. Last time, every time we have these things, people just take off. They forget to go to the ceremony at the end.
They have to run with the food.
They cut across.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know Charles, in the past, you've reminded people like to stay,
Yeah,
so
Right.
you could do
the
that
thing is
too.
though too, if we could kind of close the gap from the last group to the time that we have the
Sure.
honoree to speak. Cause sometimes it's 15, 20, 25 minutes, people
Yeah,
kind
people
of,
do.
people kind of
Drift off, they
wander
keep
off.
going, yeah.
So if we could close that gap,
I think it
just so
really
them-
depends
yeah.
though on, so we don't really know how long it's gonna take until it happens,
right?
right?
Well,
So,
we'll remind them.
I think the
and she'll
committee should
remind them,
just- yeah,
But that remind them at the same time.
should just
Please
be aware
stick
to
around
stick
for the
around.
ceremony. It's gonna be immediately after the last unit pass, and if we, like I said, if we could close that gap, I think we
Yeah, I
could
think
capture
it
a
would.
few more people.
And I guess the committee, if you guys can keep that in mind, whenever the last person, like that's it, we should start the ceremony. Everything's already gonna be laid out.
Fine, that'd be great.
Do you guys, last year I was looking through the emails, last year you helped kind of like send the text to Jonathan of what's supposed to go in the program. You put
Yes.
it together last year. I know you're gonna be away,
Yes, same program.
so. Well, we need to confirm that those things are gonna happen. I don't wanna put same program and then,
Well,
then
maybe
it's
we
off.
have a color guard, yeah, stuff like that, so I'll take a look. I'll
So
confirm
you'll
the
still
program.
do? I was trying to put it on somebody else. You're gonna be away.
The police.
No, we'll
We
be gone
do
till
that.
Thursday.
They
Yeah,
haven't
okay.
agreed. They told me they were gonna let me know.
Well, Robin said that they didn't be.
I'm waiting on him to confirm to me.
Yeah, I mean, he said that to me too, so.
Yeah.
What I can do maybe is get some new Marines to show up. They're gonna be in the parade anyway,
Have them stick around for the
so
ceremony.
they can do the color ceremony. They do.
Whatever it is, then if you could just send me the text and Jonathan will put together the programs.
Okay,
So Bill was.
we text them right now, let them know they're doing.
Registration tables and who picks that up?
Yeah, so Juan from Parks is actually the one that helps us with delivery of tables and chairs. So he does help us that morning, to set up that area and then he'll set up also. I think we're expecting Wounded Warrior. It wants to come out with a tent area. I actually needed your input on this, you guys. Usually we have the sponsor area here on Main Street
Right.
between Town Hall and Chella's. To be honest, I don't think that's an ideal location because cars park there. And as much as we tell people we're gonna, it happens like cars are there and it's awkward, like to have people get out there to tent. So we thought of 2 other areas to put them, but I wanted your input. I was thinking maybe just literally on the side of Town Hall, which I would think is a prominent location because that's where the parade is ending, if I make any sense on Main Street. In front of like the shops here.
What are they gonna be doing, the Wounded Warriors?
Passing out information, whatever. They're entitled to that because they're a sponsor. They donated, they donated $1,000 so that we could buy them 2 pallets of water.
And then they also had the question about them bringing their own vehicle and walking the
Yeah,
parade.
that's fine. I'm gonna respond to her and let her know. Yeah, that's fine. Them, and then we had one of the, I had brought it to your attention at one of the last meetings we had that, one of the veterans clinic, I don't have the name right now, had wanted to be a part of it and we talked about it, you guys said yes. So those are the two that I foresee being set up. So there's that area, or I was thinking maybe next to the main stage and kind of giving them like a front view of the parade. But I'm open to ideas.
I think your idea of side of the town hall is probably the best.
Yeah.
Everybody sees them
And
there,
everybody's,
Yeah,
everybody
we,
sees them there.
and it's
all the
nice and
veterans,
shaded.
you know.
They end there because next to the stage, it might be extremely
Loud.
loud. People are
People are
tossing
pushing.
and they might not stop to get flyers.
Okay.
At the end, when things settle down, probably no.
Okay, I'm gonna do side of town hall. That's what I was waiting for to be able to send me directions.
Yeah, sure.
Set up sponsor tents.
And you place the tents or do they bring the tent?
So I'm gonna ask them if they, usually companies or organizations have their own branded one.
So, you know,
That would be great. If they don't, we'll get them one, because it's only 2, so I think we can figure it out, and then I'll have the students help them with that, if that's the case. But those are the only 2 I foresee. Memorial is also a sponsor, but they haven't confirmed that they're gonna come out. I think it's just gonna be their branding on one banner that we're gonna do for the stage. And Wounded Warrior will go on that banner as well as Miami Lakes Automobile, Vicky Bakery. Great Waste is sponsoring, they're donating the trash boxes and the liners, which is a little bit less of an expense when it comes to litter removal from the streets. And the Graham Company is confirmed as well.
There
We
you
do
go.
not have as much, I have it, but I
changed
don't,
it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what's
okay.
it gonna be.
It's a bit of night, I say,
hold on, what is this?
that's last year.
No,
It
this,
says elected officials, if any. If any, they may not speak at all.
okay,
Sometimes they're there and they're, you know, quiet as church mice.
Pretty sure anyways.
so just continue, just remove the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, we pledge allegiance and
You're
change
still
it. It's gonna be the young,
chair.
it's gonna be the young Marines,
National Anthem,
and we'll figure out the singer. We gotta figure out the singer. You're gonna find out. the
I'm
singer.
gonna ask her.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
And then, it'll be the young Marines, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yep, I already got confirmation.
So I think
Yeah.
that's still the event.
So the young Marines are gonna be in the parade and they're gonna do the, color guard ceremony.
Yeah, the mini flags, as we normally do, we give them to the elected officials,
Mhm.
so that they stop and they give them out.
Yeah.
They usually.
Yeah, I just got confirmation, the young Marines will do the colors.
Hold on. Young Marines will do what exactly?
Color
Colors.
ceremony.
Oh,
The color guard.
Presentation of colors.
This is for the Grand Marshal ceremony.
Right.
I think the police are doing the beginning.
Yeah, because
I'm
that's
still gonna have Jonathan email you, so we have like
Yeah.
approval
The
that.
police
it's-
color guard.
I showed that,
is
yeah,
marching
that's,
at the
that's
front
also
of
the parade.
Yeah,
It's like that, they don't have to do both police.
I think all they do is, what they
So I'll
do
let
is,
him know,
when they
only
start,
the
they only do
fronts.
the pledge of allegiance. Because,
Or the flag.
Amador's
That they
daughter
open the
did
parade.
last month.
Yeah, she must. Yeah.
They don't do the national anthem.
And we had talked about the national anthem too, that you guys, I think you guys had told me on both would be nice as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, but if we can only have it on one, we're gonna have it for the,
Grand Marshals.
Grand Marshal ceremony.
Oh, you'd rather do it for the Grand Marshal?
Yes, I mean, the other one, they can just do the pledge of allegiance, have Amador's daughter do the pledge of allegiance again. Okay. Did it
Where,
last time.
which,
No, they do a little ceremony right before they kick off the parade.
uh-huh,
And last year, what they did was the color guard for the town, the police
uh-huh.
officers. They had Officer Amador's daughter do the pledge of allegiance.
Yeah,
Okay.
they stopped in front of the review.
That's correct.
Okay.
And so for us, we'll have the color guard
In December.
at our ceremony for the guest of honor or the.
So this is for the,
Grand Marshal.
so in the parade would just be the police color guard with Amador's daughter doing the pledge of allegiance.
Yes,
And then the Grand Marshal ceremony would be the young Marines do the presentation of colors,
and the
and
singer.
then, and we have the singer, and that's it.
Yeah, let me tell Officer Amador's daughter is doing the pledge of allegiance.
Mm-hmm. And
He-
what
he
about,
Might be outside, he does.
I know he is, he just
Yeah.
texted me.
Did you see him?
and that's why you put here scratch off Pledge of Allegiance here in the Grand Marshal.
Half the police force of my lights was over on
So I'm gonna do national anthem only for the
school
ceremony.
area this evening at 4:30, 5 o'clock. There's something going on right there on Miami Lakes Drive. I've never seen so many police cars in Miami Lakes at the same place at the same time. There was something going on.
Okay, do you guys have any questions for me?
That back way around the shopping center.
I'm not gonna be here because my understanding is that the Veterans Day Parade is supposed to be the Sunday before. So that's why initially, if you guys remember the first email I sent you, I had it as November,
10.
November 10th. I am back for that date. So I was expecting to be here and then I was told that no, it has to be the week before and then.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
So here's.
so
my
I
question.
definitely, I just, for the record, I did not do that intentionally.
No, that's fine, enjoy your vacation.
That's not what I heard.
And
The committee should. Where, if you fill me in on where you guys are at, it's a fella here can maybe help.
Yeah, we already voted for the funding of the shirts, we just haven't.
Were you guys?
Jonathan,
gonna pay
last
for it or
time
was Jonathan
Jonathan,
gonna pay for it?
yeah, Jonathan had gotten the information to place an order, don't know if it ever happened.
Okay, so if you can follow up with Jonathan and see where we're at with shirts.
So what is the address for the vehicles to show up at? No, yeah,
My
I-
brain is.
no, I'm working on patience. I have to say, I'm doing great.
You have to be patient with me.
Marine Corps colonels are not known for patience.
I know. read
I
that
will
on the back
say-
wall.
That all this information is on our website that nobody. knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what generation I'm from? Not the
Tell you
website
what, it
generation.
took me a while to register for the parade, through the website and all around and forever. Fine.
When I was doing, when I
I'm
was,
sure it'll be easier next year.
when I was
There's a
doing,
certain
when I was doing
line.
Gary's bio from the pavilion, I realized how little technology had changed from the time he served to the time I served. We still had almost the same exact equipment, except maybe we had the A2 or A3 variant of the rifle that you guys had. You know, you started with the Garand, but we had changed
Weapon,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Weapon.
weapon, yeah.
Weapons, not right.
Okay.
That's what we call it, right?
So the address that's
Um,
given,
So,
$57.
Is it your gun?
so the parade procession begins on Bull Run Road and Northwest 67th Ave. So we're telling them that intersection right there is where you're gonna find registration. And I guess I do in an email, I sent people the address of that.
And it'll be the banner will be there.
Car, the water pickups and registration, like, do you need, like, what time should I be there? Where do you need me?
I would really appreciate it if you guys are there 6:50 AM. So like you're there by 7.
By the registration table?
I think we should all check in.
But the water's here.
I'll bring you the coffee.
I mean, if the water people,
It's
you
right
guys
there in
can
the
just
house.
come straight here. Why am I?
Be right here, be here before 7.
Or be here by 7.
Yeah, but it can be cut from here.
Like, I'm like, where do you want, like?
That was
how
the
can
other
I-
thing I wanted to mention. Thank you.
Well, you gotta learn that in the military.
You guys are on
If
time.
you're not 5 minutes early.
You're late.
don't time hack it, because I'll be here early and then I'll be mad.
Okay, 7 is
Yeah.
the real time that I need all of
Right.
them.
Okay.
Everybody need a registration except the 3 that are gonna be doing the water pickups. And I will leave you a map of where the water stations are, so you know where you're going. I'm putting coordinates and everything. I don't think I can be any more
Don't give me
specific.
coordinates, just give me locations.
I know this is stupid, but where should I park my car? I can't park my car where
You
everybody.
can go, no, you can go through Bull Run Road. You can go through Meadow Lane, go into Bull Run Road, just enter the staging area from back there. That's not gonna affect us at all.
Okay.
If not, you should park right.
Or you can park in Town Hall and Cross,
Okay, town hall.
the shirts, thank you.
That's.
The
okay,
shirts.
by then.
You know the committee had requested
fine, yeah.
shirts. We do
Hey,
not
Ray.
have funds for shirts. So if you guys can find me a spot,
Uh-oh, the boss is
we will
here.
get shirts.
Police
But I-
is-
How much money you need?
Hold on,
Gee,
I want you guys to listen to this. Here. We do not have enough funding. for this.
It's in our budget right now.
The
Veterans
budget,
budget,
the budget for this event is $9,000 and with bare like essentials, I am like at $15,000.
wait, you're talking about shirts for what? For
For
this
the
parade?
event. I have staff shirts.
Sure.
No, listen, I have event staff shirts that we're gonna give the volunteers, but these are generic that we're gonna use for other town events as well. It's just gonna say event staff, town of Miami Lakes, that's it. But
Oh, like the old
in
church.
terms
we
of
used to
like
have.
that memorializes the event,
Yeah.
Right, the t-shirts,
I
yeah.
don't have. funding.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
way over budget
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
I never. well,
No, but I know we talked about it last meeting, so I wanted you guys to know.
That's fine.
No, well, those, we were
I have
talking
one.
about for the volunteer.
I meant this trip.
Okay, I'm gonna work on that,
Well,
item.
we were.
So you should have heard about it, getting hers that one shirt that.
When we approved the shirts, which for the volunteers. That's the approval of the shirts that we do.
Well, the event staff shirts are covered through another funding because
No, gotta go
we
to
just
rest.
needed them in general for the.
Yeah, but that's, those are the only.
Those are the only shirts I have available
Yeah,
for
those
the
are the only.
volunteers.
Yeah.
I don't have the ones that memorialize.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
events.
So there's no,
The ones
there's no,
that
there,
was
there's no
43rd.
shirt for veterans.
For the volunteers.
It's whatever we want.
Yeah, I think they normally.
So
you
let
guys-
me ask you, I mean, what source was funding it last year? I mean, who?
We voted on it
overspent.
and funded it last
Honestly, we
year.
overspent. And I'm already overspending on this budget line item. That is a discussion that I need to have.
Mm.
Because I think that when carry forward can come, they're gonna have to move money for that. Do you get what I mean? But to be completely honest with you, even with the bare essentials, like the reality is that budget has stayed the same the last few years. And I don't have to tell you the obvious, that everything has gone up.
When you said 9,000, you shocked me. I thought, because we used to get 6,000.
I'll be honest, I think the shirts, you know, last time I saw the shirts, people just start grabbing them, passing them
Yeah,
out. It's-
yeah.
Yeah, there was
There's no
no
rhyme, there's no
system.
rhyme.
Oh, huge.
So-
But I wanted to let you guys know in case anybody was expecting.
No, I'm not
No.
expecting them. In fact, they're out of my mind.
Nope, nope.
Anything
Tom.
else? Thank you, Lyle.
What
This
were
has
we
been a
talking
bad-
about? What were we talking about?
nothing.
Okay,
There you go.
and I'm gonna try to set up a
Moving
meeting,
right
which
along.
I'm gonna set up a
Yeah.
meeting
Okay.
for, I owe you guys the grand marshal, I will send it to you.
Please.
I need to schedule a meeting for the grand marshal for you guys to
Yes.
decide.
Yes, we
And I'm
will.
gonna try to schedule another meeting next week with Kathy, just if you wanna meet with the volunteers. If that's the case and you guys wanna attend that, I'll let you guys know when.
All right, let's figure out a date for the next meeting, a special call. I'm gonna let everybody know Thursday I leave to Argentina. Don't cry for me.
Yeah, we won't try to.
But please not on Halloween.
No, I will be gone to Argentina during the week. Won't get back until the second,
Yes, in time.
just in time for the parade.
Same.
So you guys figure out who you want to be Grand Morton.
Next meeting is when?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
we have to, we didn't, two people that.
Okay.
well,
Not cover anything, I know those spots.
today, right?
The only thing I see here is on Tuesday, there's a council meeting.
My guy's breathing on the door.
So we're meeting adjourned, committee?
How, then we gonna.
There's no meeting
decide-
adjourned.
The next meeting.
Oh. But yes, I am staying.
Yeah, there's a meeting this Thursday of the 24th for the town council.
Yeah, the calendar.
If you guys want to meet, that at this point it's already late.
I gotta go to the airport at 8 p.m. I have a red eye. But I'll be here Thursday anyway.
That's the task, instead of the calendar.
Yeah,
I got my confirmation.
Mike.
My float guy, the float guy,
my concern is,
Chris.
my concern is that this meeting, this special call was scheduled in advance.
Right.
And we still weren't able to meet quorum. Are we
Right.
gonna be able to meet quorum with telling people 2 days?
And we will.
Everything's a risk. There's always a trade-off.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm just, you know,
I'll send
stating
an
that.
email out, given dates that are available. Would you be
Because
able
that
to
takes
send it?
even longer to have
Yeah,
to.
people-
put it over. By the time they all respond, the day
Yes,
passed.
We need a WhatsApp chat, so we can do one of those little polls
Yeah,
like this.
But not,
That's a
not on
great idea.
sunshine voting matters, right?
No, I'm voting just to make sure people are showing
Okay,
up,
I'm just doing my
Yeah.
part.
just to take attendance.
Yeah.
Once you set up a group,
I need phone numbers.
yeah, I'll give them to you.
What's our?
I have no idea. how to do
I'm gonna try to see if we can
We've let
schedule
people
5:30.
wait, so it's
I'm gonna ask the
On
town clerk,
Thursday?
because that's,
5:30 when, Thursday?
I'm gonna try, but I need confirmation from the town clerk, so we.
How's that sound, ladies and
This-
gentlemen?
this Thursday?
If not,
When?
that's the 25th, the 24th.
24.
If not, I guess we could do it the
That's the
28th.
event, Thursday's event here, right?
The 28th at 8:30 is what's available here, or at 6
28th
p.m.
at 8:30.
Actually, to 28th at 6 or at 8:30 is available.
28th?
28th is better because of here, they have it tomorrow. I mean,
24th, I'm good.
Thursday they have a.
Yeah, Thursday, you really are clashing with that. I don't think that's a good idea.
28th.
28th. Okay.
6 p.m. or 8:30?
We'll send out a poll, WhatsApp.
8:30, what, 9?
I'm gonna do 6 p.m.
6 p.m. 8:30.
6 to 7 should be more than enough, because all you're doing is picking the grand marshal.
Yeah,
Right.
more than.
So Veterans Committee, Veterans Special Committee, and like that, I know for sure we're meeting the deadline.
So we got confirmation that at the beginning of parade,
What do
the
you?
police
Yes.
color guard
So soon.
and his daughter's gonna do the pledge of allegiance. So you know, at the beginning of parade, that's what they're doing,
I'm gonna repeat this because if I'm not typing it, I'm not.
because I just directed him that he's doing.
Police color guard is gonna be in the front of the parade along with your daughter doing the pledge of allegiance. There's gonna be no national anthem there. Grand
Unless
Marshal
he can
ceremony,
sing too.
She can.
Grand,
But I don't know if she'll be ready.
Grand Marshal ceremony, we're gonna have the young Marines do the presentation of colors, and there is gonna be a national anthem there, no pledge there.
No pledge.
We.
Got it.
Why don't you
If you can
print
find
all
the-
that out and send it to
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
and let you know.
Come on, bro.
Man.
No, wait a minute.
Okay, I think you guys can adjourn now.
Have a sense.
Okay.